Hello everybody, for today's shootout I have two great tools. The first of all, the one and only, the almighty fast and strong, one of the main characters on the Malvinas show, the one and only M4A3. And the second one is the only blade you don't have to take into an aircraft, because it is already there, the Ontario Spax, the crash axe. I like to keep my videos short, so let's discuss the experience. Once again, the test objects were the 1/2 inch magazine and the 3/8 of an inch piece of wood from a palette. If you've seen enough videos on YouTube, you have probably noticed how hard wood from a palette tends to be. But both these tools behaved flawlessly. The Ontario Spax is a tool that I personally like a lot, because it is incredibly versatile and is fairly cheap highly durable, and it has three features that I like. One is the belly edge that allows you to preserve some of it to do finer work. The second one is the hook, which comes very useful on jungle situations, especially to handle branches with thorns. And the third one that I really like is the chisel. As you saw in the video, it performs amazingly. It is a very light tool. I don't like to use gloves on the tests, so I can have a feedback of how the tool behaves on your hand. And obviously the polymer on the Spec Plus series is as good as most people know. My impressions were it behaved incredibly. If you saw my last test, you can compare the same piece of wood to the Ancola, the Ontario machete, the Merco machete, and you can see the Spax behaves a lot better. But one thing that I really liked, and as I said it before on the garden branch trimming that I tested, it is extremely precise and easy to use. I like this tool very much. It comes with a wonderful sheath that I have already fitted on my bug out bag, and in my opinion is one of the few tools that you just get it and you know it will behave. But as you probably noticed, the absolute winner of that test was the M43. I personally was incredibly impressed of how good this knife behaved. It actually went through the palette wood a lot easier than the Spax, as you saw. But what I really like about it was the fact that it was incredibly easy to handle. And another thing that I noticed is that the heat treatment on this particular knife is a lot better than the heat treatment on the Villager knife from the same company. That is probably because these knives are handmade from different camis. But this knife, the particular knife I have in my hand, I can affirm with no margin of error, it is an absolute jewel. This is a knife that I probably would be carrying if I was involved in a bug out situation. It is an amazing all the way knife. And obviously my suggestion is just talk to the guys at Himalayan Imports, because if you can get one of these, you'll be pretty much fit for every situation. And the final test that I did was the edge retention after cutting the board, and as you saw, it had no problem with it. Value wise, the Himalayan Imports will tend to be at least minimum 4 times what the Spax is in price value, and you will get a lot more performance from the Himalayan Imports, and it's a lot better looking knife. It is not an industrial knife, so it is very unique, and obviously the range of activities you can do with a knife is a lot wider than the range of activities you can do with an axe or hatchet. But I will say that if you think about a survival tool and you can invest on a Spax, just go for it. But if you do a little bit more effort and can go for the Himalayan Imports, just do it as well.